I don't know nothing about Sean Combs, but I know he's on Netflix.
You don't know who P. Diddy?
Have you ever cheated? Yeah, I'm a serial cheater.
You're black, you've got tints on.
Oh my God, you're black?
What do you mean by that? Got me thinking, what do you mean by that?
When I saw that on Netflix, it said Sean Combs in it. I thought that was a boxer. Oh, give me some of that.
What do you mean by that?
Literally, yeah.
Really? What? Give me some of that.
Hello and welcome to What Do You Mean By That? The safe place for unsafe opinions. I'm your host, Josiah, and I'm here to challenge ideas, question assumptions, and get people to say the things they'd usually keep to themselves. Now, before I do all of that, my guests are all going to introduce themselves. So we'll start on my left.
Hey, I'm Kyra. I'm from Essex and I'm 21 years old.
Hi, my name is Kat. I'm from North London and I'm 22 years old.
Hi, my name is Hey, my name's Liv and I'm 22 from North London.
Okay then. So before we get into the main topic of today, I'm going to start with a segment that I'm going to call Defend Your Position. So everyone here, everyone in general, has a controversial position that they believe in, something that others might argue with them on. I'm going to ask, everyone's going to have 60 seconds to just literally defend your own position. So we're going to start with Olivia.
I think feminism should be abolished.
And why is that?
I just don't think God made us the same way. We're just not supposed to be the same, in my opinion. I feel like men naturally were born to be providers in terms of go out, kill whatever creatures, bring home the food. Women would stay in the kitchen. Can we please just start from the top?
Oh.
This is just really stressing me out. I don't want to be first.
That's fine. Does anyone have any objections? Me personally, I agree. Don't like feminism. Never have. Never will. Get on to that later though.
Do you know what? I never had that opinion before, but now I do. I actually agree with that. Yeah.
Don't believe in feminism?
No, now I don't. Well done, Liv.
Okay.
I don't agree with feminism.
No, I don't know. I feel like genetically we're not made the same.
Facts.
I agree.
We physically
I've
can't
been
do the
woken
same
up.
things. Personally, I don't agree with it.
I've been woken up, guys.
Now hear it.
She's woke.
Kat,
I'm woke.
your hot take, please.
My hot take is that people don't want relationships. They just want comfort and someone to be there. So the reason why I think this is a hot take, I think everyone is jumping straight into relationships without healing, whatever you call it.
Facts.
And not actually realizing why they're jumping into the relationship. They just want a warm body to be with. They just want someone to be there with themselves so that they don't feel lonely, because no one's okay with being lonely nowadays. If you notice, everyone just jumps into a straight relationship out of a last relationship and it never works. That's why they keep jumping from relationship to relationship. So, yeah.
I get that. I agree. I can't lie. To an extent, that is. But again, we'll get into that later. Kyra?
So mine is something that I've learned more recently, and it's that silence is sometimes, well, all the time, more mature than explaining yourself. I've learned that a lot from past relationships. I would find, do you know what? I would actually find myself writing all these big old paragraphs trying to explain myself, and, you know, sometimes you don't need that. You just need cut, silence, and that is it. And that's something I've learned the hard way. The very hard way, actually. Wait, hold on. I mean that in capital letters, like the very most fucking hard way. And it is draining. It can drain you. I believe it can drain you.
It does.
And life's too short to be drained from anything that's what you're dealing with and that. And I do believe that. Yeah, it's my one.
I like that. Mine personally, well, one of my many, I should say.
There we go.
Is it really toxic, or are you just too fucking sensitive? I mean, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that some would classify as toxic traits that I don't think are actually toxic. I think in today's society, we're just way too sensitive.
No, but a lot of
Facts.
toxic traits can be deceived as
they can be toxic. I agree. There are some toxic traits that are genuinely toxic, but I think a lot of things when you have conversations with people and you ask, okay, what did they do? I think, yeah, it's just way too sensitive. But we're going to get into sensitivity later on in the show. For now, we're going to get into the main part, and that is healing.
Yes.
What is healing? Is it real? What does it actually look like?
It is real.
Now, this is something that Kyra and I have argued about so many times. So many times. So I'm going to let Kyra give her little take first before I say mine. Then obviously anyone jump in when you're ready.
So I'm going to start off by saying to anyone watching at home, healing is 100% a thing, and people that heal wrong will do bad in life. And it's just a fact. It's just a fact. Your take is healing is not a thing. I'm taking.
Correct.
The amount of conversations we've had. Healing is 100% a thing, and it's something that everyone needs to do because, you know, people have been through so much shit in life, as we all do. And healing is, if you learn how to heal properly, you're acing it. You're strong. You're absolutely strong. And I think it's a life skill.
See, my position is, I don't think healing is really the correct term to be using in context of relationships. If you're the person who's been hurt by another person, you can never ever feel the same again.
Rubbish.
I think that if you get into, for example, if you get cheated on, you will never ever get into another relationship and not think about the possibility that you might be cheated on.
Rubbish.
Beforehand, you're going to be in la la land. You're going to be oblivious to the fact that it is something that happens. And I think that you need to realize that
Rubbish.
you're never going to fully heal from something. I feel healing is the wrong word to be using. You might get over a situation. You're going to learn from a situation. You're going to learn how to not get into specific places again. But you're never going to fully recover from whatever it is.
But how do you get there? How do you get to the point? Okay, cool. I've been cheated on. Yeah, I've been cheated on really bad.
Likewise.
But you see, my next relationship, the trust is there. There's no issue with trust because I have healed.
But how have you healed?
I think time, taking a lot of time. Time's a massive healer, innit? You would agree with that.
Allegedly.
And I feel like, I don't know. I say I don't know. I heal in a very weird way. Like, I'll keep myself busy. I will journal, you know. I will heal.
Can I say something? I don't think healing is real. I think it's turned into more of an aesthetic. Like you said, journaling, crystals, praying. Not that there's anything wrong with praying, but I think it's a distraction. I don't think you actually heal. I think it just gets pushed back into the back of your mind because you're distracting yourself with so many things. Like you see on TikTok or on social media, people like portraying their healing journey. It's just a bunch of foolishness because at the end of the day, they're still going back and they're still thinking about it. No amount of crystals and tarot cards and incense and journaling will ever help you forget what has actually happened to you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But then,
obviously, no,
Personally,
continue.
I believe it's when you have an emotional scar, it's much deeper than if you have a physical wound. So if you have a physical wound, eventually that physical deep wound will turn into a scar, right? You'll still see it, you'll notice it, but your body will, you know, it will go on as normal. But emotionally, you will still have the reminders. For example, say you was in a very traumatic relationship and you see that person 5 years down the line, you see them out and about, wherever, you're still going to see them and remember certain things that they put you through because their presence is what they emotionally put you through. Do you know what I mean?
I've got a question.
I don't feel like you've completely... Maybe you move on and you learn to deal with it, but I don't feel like you completely heal. The same way your deep wound is not healed entirely because your skin is still damaged, it's still a scar. Do you know
I've got
what I mean?
a question then, that's interesting, because for me, where say I've gone through a mad breakup, okay, I'm really hurt. For me, I would take myself on a healing journey, and then at the end of it, I would feel better. What do you guys do? After a breakup, how do you fix yourself?
What does this healing journey look like?
I will proper focus on me, and I will deal with my emotions. I'm someone that needs to deal with their emotions. I will sit there and journal.
So let me ask the
Instead
question.
of bringing it into a next relationship, I'll make sure I'm healed first. So what do you
is
guys
healed?
do?
What is healed? What does that look like to you?
So the emotions that I feel from a breakup, say, well, that's a perfect thing, a breakup. Them emotions that I feel, I will make sure to get rid of them all. You know, I'm not bringing in trust issues in my new relationship. I'm not bringing in this issue because I've not dealt with it yet. I'll make sure I dealt with that first, whether that's doing my journaling. For me, journaling, gym, sitting time, taking time for myself. That's what helps me.
I think that's just being a little naive though. Like, I feel like you can't, there's literal neuroscience behind it. Your body doesn't work in that way. You can't just forget something that's so traumatic. It will always be like bounded in your soul. You'll always remember it, always be in the back of your head. And you may think that you're healed, but then you're in a new relationship, say you've been cheated on.
Yeah.
You've healed, right? You've gone into this new relationship, someone's texting your partner on their phone. Instantly, what are you going to think about? That they're cheating on you, that you're not healed.
Yeah.
If you've really healed, then you wouldn't even think twice about it. And I genuinely don't think you can heal. I think you just forget about it, you move on, and you push it to the back of your head like the rest of us do. But I think social media has like impacted us so much that we're just so oblivious to what's actually going on, and we just follow all the trends that are going on.
Yeah.
Everyone's journaling, everyone's using crystals, everyone's meditating,
I feel
everyone's
like
doing this.
It's what works for you though. Everyone's different. Because if I didn't do the healing journey I've took myself on, I would be in a bad way.
Okay, but gun to your head, do you genuinely feel like you're healed? Like fully, gun to your head, if you lie, you're dying.
No, there's some stuff I need to work on like right now, but I'm on the journey to do that.
See, the way I look at it, I'm going to use what Liv said earlier. When you break a bone, when that bone heals, you can use that bone the same way. You use that limb the same way. It won't hurt anymore. You forget that you broke the bone. Now, when you go through something in a relationship and that hurts you, just like breaking a bone would hurt you, that thing will always be there. You can climb a tree and fall from that tree and break your leg, and in 10 years' time, you can think about climbing a tree and forget that you've broken your leg.
But not even that, not just the mental element. The scar tissue will always be there.
Yeah.
The same way, if you get your heart broken, the scar tissue is there, whether it's physically or mentally. It's always going to be there.
I fully agree with that. That's
I
why
get what
don't
you
think
guys
you
are
can
saying.
I don't think you can fully heal. That's why I'm saying
I don't
healing
feel
is
like-
the wrong word to be using, because it's not something you will ever really get over. It's not something that you will ever fully forget. You can not be in the same presence as your ex-partner. You not be doing the same things. But the second you see your ex-partner, you're going to feel a type of way, whether positive or negative. You're going to feel a type of way. I
It's
don't think
true.
it's
No,
it's
possible
true.
It's
for you
But
to not.
My personal experience, I have been in that situation. I was badly hurt. I healed. I saw him. Nothing flooded back.
But then would you say
Then
that
what's
you were
that then?
but would you say you were that deeply hurt by the situation as you thought you was? Or
Yeah, I was.
So no emotions,
No
no,
emotions
memories.
at all.
I had anger. That was about it.
So you
So
felt
you're not
something.
feeling
emotion.
But that's only a little bit of anger. We're like, rah,
No,
fuck
but if
you,
you was-
that.
No, but
Do you know
if
what I
you
mean?
was fully healed, then you wouldn't
Wouldn't
feel
feel
any
anything.
type
Yeah.
of way.
I don't know. Personally, me, I feel like
Interesting.
the elements you're saying of healing to me is escapism, where you're saying, I'm going to write down my feelings in, in journals, or I'm going to do this, that, and the third.
I'm very
Get
much
rid
a
of your
person that's
emotions in some sort of way, but I don't feel like entirely you're healed.
Really?
No, because I feel like healing is a natural state. You've had to go through different options or different exits to heal
True.
in the sense you're speaking of. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
See, I think that
Interesting.
you go through stages of a breakup. At the end of that is not healed. It's I'm over the past relationship.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm never going back to Miss Girl again. But if I see Miss Girl, I'm gonna feel a type of way. I'm gonna feel fucking angry because of the shit that happened in our relationship. I might miss her a little bit, in fact. Sometimes I do. I think about the good times. Naturally, when you're reminiscing, you're going to think about the good times. You're not going to think about all the negatives necessarily, but you're going to think about something about that person. And when you do think about that person, clearly, it's not a state of healed, because if you were healed, you wouldn't be thinking about it.
Yeah.
I think you can definitely get over a person. You can get over a relationship. You can move past it. But I don't think that healed would be the right word to use to describe the after state.
What the hell do you got? Let me know, because I'm open. What the fuck do you do when you split up with a partner? Do you just what do you do? Do you
A lot of drinking.
But that's unhealthy. And I don't want to be
According to who?
unhealthy. You hurt me. We're split up. You cheated on me. And now what? I'm an alcoholic. No.
I think definitely, I think obviously the word healing per se, I don't necessarily agree with, but there's things that you can do. Like all the things that you say you heal by, you should still do. It doesn't mean you're healed, but you should occupy yourself. You should focus on yourself. If you need to journal, do journal, but
know
you can't
what?
say from that you're healed.
Yeah.
Maybe I've just never loved a man that maybe I've just never actually been in love. I think I've never been in love.
I don't think a deep wound or anything traumatically emotional that happens to you, you can never fully heal from.
Take
I feel
grief,
like
for example.
I've been through
everything, no, but like a lot of things that happen to you that are severely traumatic, there's certain little things that can trigger your trauma response and evoke the emotions that obviously show you like, okay, cool, I've
Maybe
tried really
I'm
hard to
unwired
help it work,
backwards.
but I'm not
And it's
healed
not
entirely.
just trauma. It doesn't, like, even still to this day, I think about a specific someone from when I was a teenager. From when I was young, bearing in mind that we might not have had anything romantically involved, or it wasn't so deep. We weren't in love or anything, and we didn't break up messily. But sometimes I still think about that because I'm human. It's natural. And it's my body's response. If I smell a certain scent, I think of a certain person because that's the way the human body works. So you can never heal, I don't think, fully from anything, because there will always be memories, whether it's good memories or bad memories. I think we're focusing on the bad memories too much, but there's also good memories. If you constantly think, like, if a smell reminds you of a certain person, you're not healed, because if you was healed, you wouldn't even care. You wouldn't have even noticed it, you know?
I agree. That's the way I see it. I also think about it in context of when you go through grief. For example, I lost my brother when I was 14 years old. 8 years later, that wound is still there. I might not hurt the same way I hurt 8 years ago, but it's still there. I will still think about him the same way, and it still affects me to this day. In fact, I think it affected me more years after he passed than it did in the moment. And it's just not something that I think I will ever heal from. It's not emotional scars, as Liv said. You don't heal fully from emotional scars.
No,
you might be
never.
able to get on with your life in different ways. You might be able to move past things, but you will never fully heal from an emotional scar. And I think that's why it's there. Emotional scars it's how you grow as a person. You go through things, you learn, you change, and that's all part and parcel of growing up. So I don't think healing is really possible, personally. That's my personal take. I don't know how any of the listeners are going to feel about that.
I don't know. I just feel like grief as well, as an example, when you're grieving someone who's passed away, for example, you will never see them again. You have to learn to adjust to the situation that your life will go on, but they will not be a part of what is going forward. And personally, I feel like that also applies in relationships, because obviously if you break up with that person, for the foreseeable, you don't see them in it. So you have to learn to adjust to life without them, and life goes on. You get on with it. But at the end of the day, those wounds are still there. That's just my opinion.
No, I fully agree.
No, we
Fully
can
hear
stitch
that.
some moves up and it's gone.
See, I think that's a naive way of looking at relationships. If you
But
are
maybe
really
that's just
fully
her trauma
invested,
response.
if you're really fully invested in another person and that relationship breaks down, I don't see how it's possible that you can just forget about them.
No, but
Get
have
over
you
them.
not ever been through something so traumatic that you kind of have blanks in your memory? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe her trauma response is kind of forgetting about it, but she's healed. Do you know what I mean? But she's still traumatized by it, but she just doesn't realize that she... Do you know what I mean? Because there's been things that have happened to me where I have trauma
Blocked it out.
blackouts
Yeah.
and in my memory, don't remember it. Do you know what I mean? I remember events around it, but I don't remember the singular event.
Need a break for twins.
That's fine, yeah.
There's something wrong. The camera is working, but the audio is not working.
Hey guys. Oh, the audio's not working. What does that mean?
Slap.
No, I'm like... Don't do that.
I don't fucking know what that was.
Get.
Kat, do you have anything else that you really want to talk about? That I can bring
In
up?
terms of cheating,
Anything,
why do
literally
people
anything.
cheat? Have you ever cheated?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm a serial cheater.
Are you open to
I can talk about it.
cheating?
Am I interested in cheating? No,
No, not talking about it.
I don't mind still. We can bring that up.
'Cause
I'm going to put that up.
I cheated once and I know why.
I know exactly why.
I was
Because
insecure.
No, mine's not that. I get involved with people that I know I don't see a future with, so therefore I self-sabotage. I self-sabotage because I need it to end. I don't want to get it.
Should we talk
too
about
deep.
that?
Yeah, I can't lie.
Yeah?
I'm gonna bring that up in a sec.
I'm gonna get
When the-
cancelled.
when the-
Everyone's gonna
No, but no,
It's
no,
bad.
you're being open and honest. Do you know how many
Yeah.
girls are
This ain't a cancellation type podcast.
Exactly,
They can
no.
fuck off if they wanna. Yeah.
About what?
cheating? Have you ever cheated, Cash?
Yeah, one time.
One time, bad man, certified, don't worry.
I think another one we could talk about is
I'm just kidding, no.
chivalry dead.
Is
Do you think the bar is way too low?
Wait, what's that?
Is chivalry dead? Is the bar too
Is
low?
what?
Chivalry, so like men being gentlemen.
Oh.
Is the bar way too low?
You know what? Yeah, that's perfect. That's gonna bring me on
These
to the
days,
next
yeah.
topic. In fact,
These days.
All I do is wonder if better know my back.
We have a bit of gin.
you want some gin?
Oh, lovely.
I mean, in the pack.
Ready, yeah?
My lips dry. I can't tell.
Yeah. That's okay. That's
Okay, where was we?
What was we talking about?
Very good question. You know what? I think that other than Kyra, I'm not sure if her mind's been quite changed yet, but I think it's, amongst the three of us, is pretty much agreed that healing ain't really a thing. I think we need to change the word. I don't know what the word should be, but it definitely shouldn't be healing.
It's interesting to hear you guys' take because I've never had a mindset like that. I've never thought of it like that.
Do you think your mindset has changed a little bit since this conversation?
No, you've all scared me.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Next man I'd be with, imagine he does me dirty, then what?
No, but that's just being real though. Like
I have to go through, like, I feel like
this
it's
is what-
quicker to go through it if you're doing something,
yeah,
you
but
know.
this is what I was saying earlier when my point was like you're being naive to the fact because you're being naive, you're going into a relationship willy-nilly knowing like what this generation is like.
True.
So now that you're going in, you're kind of more aware of what you're going in. So you're not going in blindly anymore. You kind of know what
Yeah.
could happen. Obviously, it's not the best because you probably overthink a little bit, but
Yeah.
at least you're not blindsided to the possibility of something bad happening.
Yeah,
See,
that's true.
something I always say is your third relationship is the sweet spot. Your first relationship, you're learning how to be in one. You're learning more about yourself.
Rubbish.
You learn
Awful.
how to be in a relationship. Once you leave that relationship,
Rubbish.
because I don't think first relationships ever really work out. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Never.
I think your second relationship, you learn more about what you want from a partner.
Yeah, true.
And that second relationship, you're going to have a deeper attachment to them than you did your first.
Yeah.
But I think once you get to your third relationship, you know how to be in a relationship. You know what you want from a partner. Now you're looking for forever.
But that's rubbish.
Why is that?
Because everyone is different, and so it might take people 5 relationships to notice all that. It might take people 2, or really rarely 1, or I don't think 3 is like, yeah, cool, that's like my babes.
I don't know. I'm a firm believer that the second relationship is the best and worst relationship you'll ever be in.
I agree.
Because it will be the best relationship because you know what you're doing, your partner knows what you're doing, but also the second relationship, statistically, right? Because this has actually been proven statistically, what just I was saying. Your second relationship is the relationship that you will get hurt the most in.
Yeah.
So you go into your third relationship, whether it's like actually your third relationship or it's the last relationship, because your third relationship is the last relationship, basically.
yeah.
You go into your last relationship knowing everything that you want. You know what you want for yourself, what you want from your partner. You have certain boundaries being set and you don't accept anything less than, basically. So that is therefore the best relationship you'll be in. But the second relationship is the best relationship, but the worst. It is the worst. It is literally like
I
bone
hear that,
strangling.
but I feel like just everyone's different.
No,
See,
do you
I
know
agree
what?
I'm very
that everyone is
slow
different.
I agree that everyone's different, but I do agree with what Kat's saying, because you see in the generation that we are growing up in, living in, you don't have relationships per se. You have talking stages and then you have relationships. Do you know what I mean? So
Situationships
she's
before that as
talking
well.
about your first relationship, then your second relationship and your third relationship. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not partaking all the side quests that you're taking in
Yeah.
between. Do you know what I mean?
I get it.
So
Yeah.
no, but I agree entirely, because my first relationship, hell, disgraceful. You
I
lot
can
know, like,
vouch.
I'm not gonna lie, disgraceful. Second one, you know more than anyone. Boof, best and worst, all in one. Could you? And my third, perfect. I will say, I can't lie. So it's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Because you
But-
you get to know what you want and what you
No,
want
of
from a
course.
partner. And that's why, me personally, when I was with my ex and she told me I was her first proper relationship, a part of me just knew it wasn't going to last. Just based on the fact that she hadn't gone through the things that you need to go through in a relationship to be able to fully commit to one. And I think that ended up being why I got cheated on. And you know what? Whilst we're on that topic, I will confess, I have cheated.
I didn't know this.
And-
Sorry.
This was in my first relationship.
Oh yeah, I know
This
about
was
this.
before I really knew what I wanted, who I wanted, what I wanted from another person. And so I think it was easy for me to do it because I didn't really see a future with that person.
No, but as well, I feel like your circumstances with that person were different in terms of they were living.
Yeah,
Quite
it was
far
a bit,
away.
bit long distance as well. I
Yeah.
feel that's another thing that contributed,
Quite a
not
long
being able
I
to
feel
see.
like it was
How old
very
was
long
you?
distance.
I was 16 when I entered that relationship.
Yeah.
I was still fresh out of school.
You're a baby. Of course you cheated.
And have you cheated?
So I'll be so real. I'm 21, right? When I was a bit younger, I was with this guy, and let's just say I was as severely insecure. That's the word, severe. I was very insecure. I didn't like the way I looked. I didn't like my weight. I didn't like nothing about me. And I did cheat, and I feel like the reason was because I was so insecure. I had another man show me attention, and I was a bit like, really? What? Am I fit?
You?
I was like, what, am I fit? Yeah. Am I good looking? So for me, mine came out of insecurity. But obviously we're nothing like that now. We've evolved. But yeah, back in the day, yeah. I mean, not physically cheated. I did, what's it called? Social media cheated. I did.
You're emotionally
Cheated.
Yeah.
That's the word, go on. But yeah, what about anyone else?
Any cheaters on this side?
Let's be open and honest. We've all cheated.
Honestly, I haven't actually cheated. I'll be honest.
God, give it to you, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, if we're laying our cards out on the table, I'm not proud of it, but I'm not like either validating it either. But I have cheated multiple times in multiple relationships. Don't cancel me, guys. Don't cancel me.
Wow.
But
Joking.
there is, I think, a psychological reason. I get into relationships for whatever reason, which I know aren't going further. So I get into a relationship because I like the person, but I know that I can't be with that person, which is selfish of me, I know. But it happens. I'm human. I make mistakes. And I'm not woman enough to just say, oh, we shouldn't be together.
Yeah.
I have to give them a reason to hate me so that they can never come back to me. So therefore I cheat. Never physically, I might add. I've never cheated physically. It's always been like through text or like just hanging out with someone, but I haven't like actually done anything sexually with another person to cheat on my significant other. But yeah, that is one of my not so proudest moments.
You know what I think? Adding on to that, I think a lot of people rush into something or rush to give something a label. I think that if you're in a relationship, you're not going to have eyes for anyone else. I don't think that anybody can really turn your head, because at the point you decide you want to be with a person, I don't know many people who think of relationships in short term. When I get into a relationship, I'm thinking about it long term.
Yeah.
Other than my first, which obviously I was young, all that. Not going to get back into that, but yeah. Other than my first relationship, every other, whether it's been a talking stage, situationship, relationship, I've thought of it long term. I've never really thought, okay, I don't really see you in my future. And I think that's the reason I've got into the relationship is genuinely because I could be with them. I think a lot of people these days get into relationships with people that they really like, they might have love for, but they're not infatuated. They're not in love to the point that they want only that person. And that's where lust takes over. That's where having a little glance at the girl who's walking past. If you're in a marriage,
I do that
you shouldn't
though.
be doing that.
No, of
I
course.
think
I'm
Life
no
was-
better than a man.
I
I'll
think
say
if
that.
you're really in love with someone, you wouldn't even think to look the other way.
Exactly.
Kind of thing. And I definitely agree with the lust kind of thing that you were saying. I think most of my relationships, although I said I've been in love, I don't actually think I don't know what love is personally. I've experienced to have love for someone, but I don't think I've ever been in love with someone. Because if I was in love with someone, I wouldn't even think twice about looking the other way. And that's mainly down to the people that I attract or people that I get into a relationship, people that I surround myself with. I don't necessarily surround or myself relationship-wise with the right person for me. I do it for short-term fun, if you want to put it that way. I kind of go in blindly and I end up in a relationship, not on purpose. Like I see a guy, I like a guy, we start talking and I end up in a relationship. I'm not woman enough to say no to the relationship ask, and then a few months go down the line, I'm like, shit, this is a bit too far. I didn't mean to get into this. And then my not natural reaction, but my reaction is to be like, okay, I need to do something really bad so this ends, kind of thing.
That's really interesting because I've never felt like that before.
Really?
Never. I
Never
find
felt that you couldn't see yourself long term with the person you're talking to.
No, I'm a prick. I'm an idiot. I'm like, yeah, this is the one I found. Yeah, I'm in love.
No, but I feel like that's the stages though, no?
But
Like,
I've
when
never
you
been
first
like,
when you first meet someone, you're like, oh wow.
Yeah. I think
Get everything
that too.
I want. And then as you get to know them more,
No, not with me.
I
I'm
think
like,
it's all in
oh my god.
hindsight. Honestly, when I was with my first girlfriend, a small part of me used to think and used to say, I don't know really if I can see myself. But
Really?
whilst I loved being around her. I loved being in her company. I enjoyed talking to her. And I think that's why I kind of rushed into a relationship. Fun fact, I didn't actually ever ask her to be my girlfriend. I kind of
You're
just told her.
joking.
I just told her,
You
yeah.
told her that you
Told
are my
her,
girlfriend.
You're my girlfriend now. Literally that. And she was just like, okay.
I was like, okay.
It was literally that. And so I think that, man, then we need to start taking responsibility. We're getting into relationships with girls who aren't even ready to be in a relationship, or we're not even ready ourselves. So, we need to stop all that.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's true. I genuinely feel like every relationship that I've been on, I haven't been ready for that relationship. But I've been asked to be in a relationship, what am I going to say no?
Sometimes it's awkward to
Can't
say
say
no.
no. Like, especially if I really like that person.
Yeah.
Like, if they think it's the right time, and the men are always waiting longer. The men always wait longer than they should to ask to be a girlfriend. So if the man says, oh, I want to be in a relationship, surely I should feel the exact same way. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, but I'm infatuated with this person. I don't see anything wrong with this person. I want to be with this person momentarily. But this is like foresight now. That's what I'm thinking long term. But in that moment, I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking, oh, I really like this person right now. You know, I enjoy hanging out with them. I like the dates. I like dressing up. I like, you know, getting kissed on, whatever. And then a few months later, I'm like, I don't think this person is for me. And then, like, what do? You break a man's heart? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I think back in the day, back before my time personally, relationships were a lot more simple, a lot easier. We didn't have, they didn't have social media. They didn't have an abundance of people that they could talk to at the click of a button. They weren't meeting people online. They were meeting people in person.
To be in that era.
You get to know one person at a time. You get to know them. You like them. You take them out, all that. Yeah. All of a sudden, you're married and have 5 kids together. This generation is definitely not like that.
But as well, in the generation you're speaking of, no social media, no this, no that, it was also very strictly religious, which kept a lot of people in very violent relationships, very toxic relationship, very abusive relationships.
That's true. That side of it,
because, like, if you're thinking back to even the Catholic Church, getting divorced was forbidden. So if you married that person, you made it work. Death. Yeah, till death, basically. So regardless that man was beating on you, cheating on you, this, that, and the third, you made it work till they're sick and dead and buried, basically. Which personally, I don't know if it's better or worse that you meet people in person or whatever. But then obviously back then they had different
morals and values.
They had different morals and values than what we do as well, yeah. I feel like now we're a lot more liberal and free.
Way too liberal.
Yeah, probably way too liberal and free. But say if you're with someone and you don't like characteristics that they have, you can say you're in the bin. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it also comes down to emotional maturity. Not a lot of us are actually mature enough. Like, I know definitely in the past, this was all in the past. I'm a new woman now, okay? I'm okay now. But I was immature. I just wanted the new shiny thing. Like, I had those, I was like, oh, a man, okay, next man. Oh my God, okay, next man. But it takes time, and it takes time to grow up. None of us, I think we all pretended to grow up fast, and then we actually ended up going backwards on ourselves. 100%. And it takes us longer to grow up after that. So I had to take time to really work on myself and be like, okay, well, I can't keep doing this because one, I end up getting a reputation. No man will want to be with me. And is that really the woman that I want to be? No way. I want a loving relationship with it in the future. So I have to work on the bad parts of myself. So I had to be open and honest with what I did in the past to really heal from that.
Thank you.
But I had to work on that. And I think.
Whilst we're on this topic of back in the day and historical dating, another historical dating topic is chivalry. Now,
what is that?
Yeah, what the fuck is chivalry?
Oh, yeah, chivalry is dead.
Men wanting to look after women.
My man is dead. It's gone. It's finished.
What is it?
I think what chivalry is men being there for women, like going out of your way to hold doors open for women, treat women a lot better than...
But not too much. I can do shit by myself.
But
I had a man bath me.
Sorry?
Yeah. I had a man bath me.
What do you mean by that?
I was in the shower and he was scrubbing my body.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
No,
I've done that.
I like that.
I've done that.
I like that. No, you don't like it. Trust me. I was like, am I disabled?
You know who I think is to blame for the death of chivalry? Feminists.
Oh, 110%.
All these feminists who are out there demanding that they should be equal to men. men and women aren't equal. And that's not me saying men are higher than women. What I'm saying is men are different,
Genetically, we're not
women are
built the
different.
same.
So there's no such thing as equality in gender. And I think that where feminists are trying to make themselves equal to a man, I think that's what's harmful for society. If you say to a man in 2025, why didn't you hold that door open for a woman?
Louder.
Women are strong and
Stop being
independent.
so
Why should they be
sensitive.
holding the door? I think a lot of women have this, they want to be, how do I say it? They want to be modern and traditional, but they only want to be modern in the ways that benefit them. Sorry, only want to be
110%,
traditional in
that's
the
so
way that
true.
benefit them. The ways that don't necessarily, they don't care about. And I think feminists, a lot of them aren't going to advocate for things that genuinely bring equality if it comes to their detriment or if it doesn't really benefit them.
No, 110%.
Okay, to play devil's advocate though, I do believe in to some extent that feminism is okay and it should be, you know, we should be feminist to some extent. I do feel like we should have equal opportunities. I feel like we should have the choice to do what we want. We shouldn't have to just be in the man's palm for the rest of eternity. But then stepping into the real world where I've now got a career kind of job, I'm like, selfishly, I don't want to do this. But women have fought their lives to allow us to give us those opportunities to be able to have a job, to have free will, to have our own card with money on it, to drive our own cars. But if that was to be stripped away from us, we'd be left with nothing other than the men at home. We literally, feminism, back then, before feminism was real, women did not have a choice. So when I say abolish feminism, I mean modern feminism. We should still have the right to do whatever we want. We shouldn't have to abide by what every man says. However, I think the women have taken it too seriously and the men have taken it too seriously. The men think, oh yeah, feminism, equal rights, equal fights now, and it's getting a bit too out of hand. Chivalry is still needed. Being a gentleman is still needed. Playing the part is still needed. And I am a true believer that the man should be the breadwinner of the house. But the women have the opportunity to also be the breadwinner.
If they wanted to.
I don't know.
yeah.
I feel like feminism being introduced has completely abolished gender roles.
Yeah.
My opinion. I feel like men don't know how to be men anymore. Women don't know how to be women anymore, and it's just
really
everything's
sad.
gone a bit tits up. I can't lie. Like I just,
It is
I don't
really
know.
sad.
Like for example, there's a lot of men out there that now, a lot of men, from experience, they see a woman who is making her own money. They say, "Plug it, sis. Let me get some of that."
Money
Do you know what
woman,
I mean? Like, oh yeah, buy me this, buy me that, get me this, get me that.
But
Like,
why
do you know-
not?
Oh no.
Feminists want to be equal to men. If that's what men have been
Yeah.
doing historically, if a woman's doing that, why shouldn't a man reap the benefits too?
Feminists.
We just wanted the equal opportunity.
No, the equal opportunity, and as well for women who were at home with abusive men and children in that care, they wanted a way to get out of that situation. That is the main reason why feminism was even brought into play.
Remember, we couldn't
To be
even have
honest.
jobs. We couldn't go
Yeah,
to
they wasn't
school.
paid the same.
Yeah.
They got basically little to nothing compared to what a man was getting in the exact same role and job.
I've got a question. Are you, us girls, are you too comfortable with a man buying everything?
Me
Like,
personally,
paying for everything? Because I don't. I need to be 50-50. I can't be. I
think
need to be.
in the real world, I am
Yeah.
very 50-50. I'm like, yeah, my card. Like, I'm quick to pay for stuff. However,
Then the regret.
yeah, I would like a man to buy me everything.
Yeah.
Naturally.
I don't know.
would.
I feel
I
like
wouldn't.
in the real world, because everything is so pricey. Guys, have you looked at the rent of houses?
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
Unfortunately,
about
I
Babe,
have,
Mackies or
yeah.
no,
something.
but I'm
A
saying,
Mackies.
no, but babe, a Mackey's, yeah, I'll get that every day.
No, not
day in and day out.
Mackies, but like anything.
You know,
I
like
get it, yeah.
expenses like that. There's no way that someone is making that much money a month for it to all be on them. Do you know what I mean? So in that type of world, I don't have a problem chipping
But then
in,
it
do you know what I
used to
mean?
be like
But
that.
at the same
Yeah,
time,
and I would say
say
inflation.
if me and my partner say I'm making so much more than him, I wouldn't expect him to go 50-50
Yeah.
with me. I feel like
Yeah.
that's just diabolical. What? His 50-50 leaves him probably with like
Nothing.
£100 for the rest of the month.
Yeah.
Whereas my 50-50 might be, oh yeah, I've got 7 bills just to spare. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like it comes with different circumstances.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't feel like, and obviously because this feminism thing has come into play and everyone's gender roles is all whoop-de-doo, it is more coming towards 50-50. But again, circumstances do come into play. Like,
But would you feel comfortable being with a man that makes less than you?
No. Not because I want like spend money on me. You ain't got your life
babe,
sorted
you know
out.
me,
End
I
of.
done did that for so long.
But why would that mean he doesn't have his life sorted out?
I'm sorry. If you are not making any, are you talking about any like not making anything?
No, I'm saying
more
making
than-
less
less
than
than
you.
you,
Like you're
sorry.
making significantly more than.
But he's making money.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I'm on about the men that don't have nothing coming in. Your life ain't sorted out. You want to be with me.
But that's
Go sort out
obvious.
your life
That's
first.
like, who would want to be with someone who doesn't have anything going for yourselves? But think of it like this: so you've got a really good job, and your partner has an okay job, but you make significantly more than him.
Oh, that's fine.
Really?
As long as if I left tomorrow.
But why are you able to get a job that's so well hiring when we've been set back so many years? We're so many years far behind from men. Men had the opportunity to go to school. Men had the opportunity to work way before than we did.
Yeah.
There's still a pay gap.
I think some people are just comfortable with being like average job, average whatever.
But why would you want to be with someone that is okay with average?
If that's what makes them happy, I'm happy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if that's fulfilled you, that's fine, and we get along, whatever. But
But
I'm
if
not
you've got a
fussed.
really good job and you're a go-getter, wouldn't you want someone on your same level? You would want to
I'm not saying I'm a business owner and he works in McDonald's. I'm saying I'm a business owner. He sells cars.
Okay.
You know, like that. Not like literally like that. You know what I mean?
I think that clearly I've got quite a different panel, but I think the majority of women wouldn't want somebody who earns less than them.
I wouldn't.
I think the majority of women want a man who's going to be earning more, who's going to be have achieved more and doing more, so that man can look after her. I think the majority of women do not want to be these boss babes that social media is tricking you into thinking you want to be. The majority of you want to be looked after, and that's why a lot of you will ask guys, pay for my nails, pay for my hair, my maintenance, all this, that, and the other.
No, but I feel like that is so trivial and that's so stupid, in my opinion. I
Yeah.
feel like nails, hair, that type of dumb shit does not mean the man can provide for you.
That's
what,
just
nails
being
is
nice.
Nails is like 60 buff. Hair is like, what, 120 max? Like,
Lashes,
come
60,
on now,
80
lashes,
pounds.
60 to 80 pounds. Like, I'm not being funny. That type of shit to me is so trivial, so dumb, so stupid. Like, that does not mean a man's providing for you. That means
I
that you're
don't think
too
it's
broke
stupid.
to do it for yourself. Personally,
agree
as
with
a
that.
female, I do that shit for myself.
Yeah.
My man takes care of everything else. You see, when a car's
Yeah.
broken, babe, yeah, take that to the garage, fix it for me. He's like, no problem, babe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but I feel like as well, that does come from circumstance. He gets a lot more money than I do.
Yeah.
But as well, he's got the pride of a man where he likes to look after me. But then a lot of men do not have that pride. They do not have that same pride. They will stand behind, thank you, babe, for getting my £20.
You know what? On that, saying
Do you know
that,
what I mean? Like, I'm not being funny. No, but I'm telling
Yeah.
you, like, the world has gone to absolute
she's saying
shambles.
that of all the men that I'm friends with, the men that I know are in my
Are
circle.
they men though?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Just had to check.
every time I've had a conversation with one of my female friends or just females in general, and they're saying, "Oh, this guy was doing da 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 da," or "This guy was doing da da da," I'm looking at like, "Whoa, what do you mean by that?" Or things like a woman will say to me, I'll ask, "Oh, what's your type?" "Oh, someone who can provide, someone who's loyal, someone who respects me," and I say, those are all the bare minimum. In fact,
Yeah,
that's
bare
below
minimum.
bare minimum.
Yeah.
So
But
if
it
you've
is
been
sad,
around
but
people that aren't even
Society
like
is on
that,
the floor.
yeah, but you're around people that aren't even doing below the bare minimum. That clearly says something about who you're surrounding yourself with. Me personally,
Emotional, that is quite
My friends, my circle, I don't know one guy that would be comfortable with letting their partner earn more than them. All the guys in my circle, they want to be breadwinners. They are go-getters. They are hungry to be that. They want families, but they want to provide for their families. They don't want to be provided for. I think that is a very feminine trait, to want to be provided for. I think it's feminine. That's what women should want. They should want to be provided for. They are the ones who should be getting looked after, not men. Men, you don't need to be looked after. You need to be doing the look after.
in different ways.
In different ways, of course.
How do you feel as a man? Do you feel like you need to be babied a bit?
Of course not.
No, that's lies.
I am a very
for real.
independent person.
Do you not want
I
to be?
think when I'm with my partner, when I'm comfortable,
You
I
do.
think it's very nice to be comforted. But I don't want to be babied. I will never accept a woman talking down on me
I'm just
or
trying
looking
to-
at me as less or anything like that. I don't want to be babied. I want to be able to come home and relax into the household. If you're someone who knows about sociology, you know about the warm bath theory. When the man comes home from work, he should have his slippers there at the door, get into
fuck
his
off.
comfy
Does he?
slippers, have a warm bath ready, his dinner ready for him, getting looked after in different ways, not just
I'll
financial.
get confused because now I'm confused. Are you saying that as in an every night thing? Because fuck that.
I'm talking in general. Not obviously, I'm not
Oh,
expecting home cooked meal and all of that every single.
But I
I'm
think
talking in general.
if the man is providing,
Yeah,
if the man is
110%, I'll
actually
do
being
that.
a man and providing, bills are paid, doing all the manly things around the house, I'm putting that mattress every night, then yeah, you get a warm bath and slippers at the door.
Who said that?
What do you mean by that?
No, but it's true.
No, but it's true. Do you know
Yeah.
what it is, right? I
Yeah.
feel like the issue lies when, gender roles and jobs are like this, right?
Blue job and a pink job.
Yeah,
And a
pretty
hand
much.
job.
Pretty much. But men will go to work and women will be going to work. And men will be coming home from doing the exact same hours, getting similar money to the females. And they'll be expecting warm bath theory, slippers at the
Yeah,
door.
that's
Okay.
mad.
What you're talking about.
Obviously
Do you hear what I'm
not
saying?
that
That's
case.
when it
Then
goes
it's
a bit
50-50.
lopsided.
See,
Do you
I
get
got
it?
confused. I thought you meant every day. Because
I don't mean for every man as well.
If you are providing enough for your woman to stay at home, look after your kids, clean your yard, cook you dinner, cool.
Yeah.
Slippers at the door. Do you get it?
100%.
But if it's the other way, no, there's a lot of men that will expect your girl to go to work, come home from work,
And come to
expect
a
the
cooked
yard
meal.
cleaned, food cooked. I'm telling you, I have a friend going for it right now.
Yeah.
Do you know how
It's
mad that
bonkers.
is? Even my parents, my dad works a harder job than my mum. My mum works part-time in a coffee shop, right? But they end up getting home around the same time-ish, most days. My dad, I overheard my parents arguing that there was dust on the windowsill in the bathroom. And I was flabbergasted because my mum had just come home from work. Like, my mum makes this house a home. My dad pays for the house, but my mum makes the house a home.
Yeah.
Food is cooked every single day. The house is clean. Even sometimes my room is cleaned by my mum at my big age. Sometimes. Only sometimes,
girl.
Only sometimes, but sometimes. She makes sure that we've all got all the things that we need in the house to make it a home. And my dad is complaining about a speck of dust on the windowsill when my mum also works. But she works and comes home and cleans. My dad, okay, cool, he pays the bills, but he doesn't do anything. He doesn't lift a finger in the house.
Yeah.
Like, at all. Doesn't lift a finger. Doesn't help to cook. My dad doesn't cook. My dad doesn't clean. My dad doesn't make the house a home. He just provides the home.
Yeah.
So I think it's mad to expect your wife to be a traditional woman when you're not a traditional man.
Yeah, it can't be. It has to be. It's a joint effort.
No, for real.
Excuse me.
I fully agree with that. I think that people need to date what they want. Now, if you're a traditional man and you want a traditional woman,
You're not gonna
don't
be a body
date a
play.
modern woman who wants you to do X, Y, and Z without putting in the work herself.
Yeah.
Vice versa, if you're a woman and you don't want to be traditional, if you want to be more modern. You want to be more out there. You want to have a career yourself, earn your own money, be a boss babe, all of that. You need to date a man who wants the same for you, because it's no use dating a man who wants a traditional woman if you know you're not a traditional woman. Same with the men. If you're a traditional man, it's no use dating somebody who isn't a traditional woman if that's what you want for yourself.
I feel like there's a lot of men. There's a lot of men that do not have the attributes of fucking a fart, yeah? And they come around and they're like, I need my woman to do this. I need my woman to do that.
Yeah.
I need my... Like, I'm not being funny. Like, what the fuck is that all about? Because there's so many men that I will speak to. Can you cook though?
Yeah.
But you're
can
still
you pay my
peddling
bills?
around
Yeah.
Benz in 2025. You're trying to shop Benzes in 2025.
Literally.
Do you know what I'm saying? What, for a tenner?
Mm.
So what? I'm cooking for you and I'm cleaning your yard for
I
what?
feel like that's everyone though. It's wiped out.
Something I always
like
say.
most men.
I always say a wife is a wife before a wife is a wife, and vice versa. A husband is a husband before a husband is a husband. When you are dating, I think you can date and have your fun and not be serious. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. When you get to a point where you're ready for a relationship, naturally you start acting that way.
Yeah.
Therefore, you need to find somebody who is also ready for that and will also act in that way. You don't just get into a relationship and all of a sudden
You'll do.
everybody is that you don't do all of that.
Come here,
So I think if you're dating somebody, if you're getting to know someone, you need to have a conversation with them about what it is
Yeah.
you actually want, what you want for your future, where you can see.
Do you know what is sad? People don't have that conversation.
They
anymore.
don't. They really don't. They
I've
just
tried-
fall into relationships.
Even I'm kind of like not scared. Well, yeah, I'm scared. Sometimes I'm scared to have that conversation. It's a bit like, because shit
No,
gets
but
real.
sometimes you'll ask a man, like,
I don't
What
know.
are we? What are we? Man don't know. Man loves you, innit?
literally.
Yeah.
What do you mean, man? We're chilling.
See
we're chilling.
that
We're
question.
talking.
That question
Yeah.
of what are we? I think if you need to ask that, it's
Yeah,
not the
it's done
relationship.
for,
for you. It's
innit?
done
Learn
from
that
there.
the
That's
hard
the one
way.
where you're clutching on
Yes.
by strings, isn't it?
Exactly. A man who wants you, a man who wants to be with you, is gonna show you that every single day. You're not gonna need to question whether or not
Do you know what my
you're in
excuse
a
is?
relationship or anything.
He's shy.
What? That's your
That's my
excuse.
Rush that.
Why are you
man.
going out with shy guys?
Oh, that's cute.
I don't want no shy guy.
That's why it keeps me like entwined with them. Like that's
Maybe
I'm
the
holding
shy
on. You're
guys,
shy,
when
it's
you
fine.
break them, it's like, and they come out their shells like,
They come out their shells a little bit.
I need a man. I need a.
yeah, they listen, they break out that shell, they're like, they find a new bow of strength.
I don't
mate.
have the
I'm
patience
telling
for
you,
that.
I
I
experienced
don't have the
it. The
patience
one
for that.
shy guy that I was like, you know what, you're shyer than me. I like you. Let's go together, twin.
See, I don't think shy and shy can really go together
You're
well.
shy. Just shy.
I'm not shy. I'm reserved. I'm chilled. When I'm in a social setting
No,
where
yeah,
I need
he's
to
reserved.
speak,
He's
I'll do
definitely
that.
not shy.
I'm not somebody who.
The
I'm
amount of people
definitely
he
not
mingles
shy.
with, he's
Yeah.
definitely not shy.
I'm not shy.
Definitely
I'm
not.
just chilled. I'm laid back, and I get that
That's
comment
it. I think
all the
I
time.
get you muddled up with laid back. You're nearly
yeah.
on the floor. I can't lie. You are laid back.
I'm
So
a chill
sometimes it
guy.
comes across as shy.
So many people say to me, "Oh, you don't even get stressed." No, why do I need to be stressed?
Oh, give me some of that.
I literally said that to you today.
Literally, yeah.
Really? What? Give me some of that.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
Why do you
said
never get
that.
stressed? That's what I
You
said
guys
to
are
him.
sick because I said
You're
what I said. And you
sick.
said what?
What do you
Babe, you're
mean
the only
by
one
that? Literally.
I said what I said.
Oh no. I'm gonna ask a quick question.
Give me some of that.
I literally was on the phone to him like, I'm not ready yet. Oh my God. He's like, it's all right.
It's
I'm
just-
like,
just
are you not
cool, you know?
stressed? He's like,
I've seen you
no, bro, it's
stressed.
calm.
You've seen who's stressed?
I've seen you very stressed.
When
But I
have I
can't
been?
I've
tell
seen
you
him
what
stressed.
over.
The day that we got pulled over.
Ooh, let us in. Story
Got
time.
pulled over with you?
Yeah. Well, we didn't really get pulled over. Do you remember
Oh,
we
in
was parked
Cross.
outside?
Oh,
We parked
yeah.
outside the chicken
No, I
and
can't
chip
even.
shop.
I
and
wouldn't
they
even say I
started
was
circling.
stressed.
They
I was
just- you
wary.
know-
I've had too many encounters with. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you're
I
not
don't
Way
know.
It's because
too
you're
many
black.
encounters.
You're black. You've got tints on.
Oh my God, you're black.
Really?
Why did you
Swear
tell
down.
me?
I'm not saying it like to let you know you're black. I'm saying it. It's because you're black.
Yeah.
No, it really is, and it's really sad actually.
Black with tints, that's like double trouble.
They
No, do
can't
you know
see
what's
that I'm black
irony?
with other tints there.
Genuinely.
True, actually.
When I stepped out the car and I went to speak to them, the demeanor changed. It was actually diabolical.
But like,
My privilege.
oh my God.
No, but it was just so bad. Like, it actually made me so sad. I was like, what the fuck?
So
And we
bad.
got back
Yeah.
from the car. I was like, Josiah, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, man, this happens to me like 4 times a week. I was like, bro, what the hell?
Same old, same
Yeah,
old.
literally, you get used to it.
Same thing, new officer.
If you're a driver,
No,
you're
but
black,
the
you get
worst
used
thing
to
is,
it.
as a female, have you lot ever been stop and searched as a female?
So many times.
I'm a goodie.
Oh
Really?
my God.
Yeah. When I was a teenager,
Who were you
It
around?
is the,
Bad
do you know
people.
what it is? It's the longest process ever. When
But
you
what
have
are you
a
doing
vagina.
to get stopped?
did they make you take off your
Babe,
joggers
if
and
someone
squat?
in the car, like say you're in a
Whoa.
car and someone has smoked at some point and they had that fucking spat next to my window. Oh, I can smell cannabis. Oh, it's like yeah, you have to wait until a female unit comes for search. you.
Nah,
Can
I
you not
just...
just
So you say that, right?
Babe.
If they're gonna do a strip search, then cool. But if they're
you
not
can
doing a strip
consent to the
search,
man?
I
Yeah.
did consent to the nasty man. He said, for my own safety, I'd rather not.
you
I was
must
like,
have
yeah,
been
but
way
you
to
got a
the
body
job.
cam. No, I'm just gonna call the female police. I was like, all right, mate. fuck
He's
off."
scared. He's probably done before, that's why.
See, there was a time where I was with Miss Girl. We were parked up.
Miss
and-
Girl, I want to see you twirl.
Police car I just saw headlights parked up next to me. I'm like, who's that? Look down, fuck.
Under the chair,
Look
sorry. I had
down,
to pass her some lip gloss. Carry
And I
on.
was like, fuck.
Right
I knew
under.
exactly what was gonna happen. I knew what they were gonna say. They asked to search her. They did. They searched me. They searched my car. All was well. But they didn't even ask if she wanted a female unit or anything like that. She gave consent straight away. Only because sometimes if you know nothing's gonna happen, just give the consent. It takes 30 seconds to search and then they'll be on their way. I think in my personal experience dealing with police, however many times I have, when you are given pushback, they will take the piss.
Trust me,
I've
that
had
is
my-
facts.
They don't even go there. But yeah, they will take the piss. I got a question.
Go on.
Now, a couple of days ago, I saw on various social media, Gets pled guilty. Pled guilty. Now, obviously,
How could he not?
I'm
Let's
expecting
be
everybody watching to know the situation. But if you don't, Gets, well-known rapper, he was under the influence. He was driving a car, very high speeds, and he collided with an individual who was sent into the sky. Came back
Sorry.
down. He died 2 days later in hospital. Now, Getz was obviously subsequently arrested and charged. He had one court appearance. He's had another court appearance, and it's his second court appearance where he's actually pled guilty. So you guys who are familiar, what do you think about the whole situation?
I need to ask, was he actually in the sky?
Girl.
He
Did
was
you
sent.
not-
Have you not seen the video?
I feel sick. That poor bloke.
No, honestly, it's
He was
really
only
sad.
20 years old,
Do you know
foreign
what it
student
is?
as well.
When he hit him, the footage, he literally goes so high that he goes out of frame.
Out of
It was
frame.
that.
Yeah,
it was that
it
fast.
was really bad.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, he was.
Do you know what? I hope he gets time because that poor young bloke, man. Sorry, I feel bad for him.
I feel like, honestly, I know a lot of people who do drive under the influence.
But what a way to go. That's probably the worst ways to go in it.
No, of course. No, but you know what? Not in a mean way, but hopefully it went quickly.
Yeah.
Well, 2 days it took him to die.
Oh,
Died
no,
2
I
days
didn't know
later in
that.
hospital. It wasn't a quick thing. So he would have been in agony and pain. I think that driving under the influence, this is not me advocating to do it, but if you do it, don't drive like a dickhead. If you're driving under the influence and you're
No,
going at
but-
100 miles an hour in a 30 road, that is stupid.
Okay, but cool. Take 10 shots right now go on the dance floor. You don't usually dance. What are you gonna do? You're probably gonna.
I'll
cut
find out the
shapes,
next morning what I did.
No, he's gonna cut shapes
After
on the
10
dance
shots.
floor. You get in a car. You normally drive calm. You have 10 shots. What most likely are you gonna do? You're gonna drive reckless because you have
And that's why you
the
shouldn't-
energy and you have
Yeah.
whatever the drive to do so.
Driving drink driving. When you're drinking alcohol, it lowers your inhibitions. You do things that you wouldn't
No, of
really do
course.
if you weren't drinking
But
naturally.
you shouldn't do it
So
anyway,
That's why you
so-
shouldn't be operating a vehicle if you're under the influence. And if you are gonna
Do
do
you know
it,
what's a sad
be
thing?
careful about it.
It's the fact he knows that and done it anyways, and it actually happened. He actually killed
No,
And it
someone.
cut
but
out.
You see, in his mind, he could have thought, okay, cool, this is probably not what happened. But he could have been driving thinking, oh, I'm doing 30 miles an hour. Because I'm not going to lie, when you're drunk, you do not have the same
concept
ability.
of speed.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
knows that though, and he's still done it.
I mean, obviously, in his car, cool, if you were driving my 2014 Astra, do you know what I mean? You'd be like, oh, I don't know what speed I'm going. Because
Yeah.
you have to look on the dial and it's probably all blurry. But on his car, I'm pretty sure it says like 60, 90,
Yeah.
whatever.
He's
Like,
gets.
you see it. Like, I'm not being funny. He
the
definitely
video,
knew how...
he was doing speed. And he didn't slow down
No,
or stop
and
as
do
well.
you know what the worst thing is? Cool, he hit him, fine. We
No,
could
it's not
say-
fine.
Not
Not
fine,
fine,
but yeah.
but like, he hit him.
Yeah.
But he drove off after, not giving a toss.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
Of course it is. Like, you left a man at the scene who could have got medical care a lot
I feel
quicker
like
than he did. And
That
he could
turns
he
it
could
into
have lived.
murder.
Yeah, definitely.
You're now a
Premeditated.
murderer because you know what you've done. Now you just left the poor bloke on the floor. You're a murderer now. You're not even just on.
See
what do you
now,
call it?
here's when my lawyer brain is gonna turn on. With murder, obviously, there has to be at least an intent to cause serious harm.
But he was
If
drunk.
that
his
intent,
intent-
but the intent, he didn't collide with the person with the intent to cause serious harm. What happened was circumstantial. The guy happened to be there. That's why he's been charged with causing death by dangerous driving. Not even manslaughter, but causing death by dangerous driving. Because that's what he did. He was
Well,
driving
he didn't
dangerously
intend to
and he
kill
caused
anyone
death.
when he got into
Exactly.
the car.
That wasn't the
However,
intention.
Could you not argue that it was a possibility for someone to get harmed when he got into the car? Because
You
he
can
was
definitely
not,
argue that, yes, but that wouldn't be justification for a murder charge. The evidential burden is so high because of the long-term consequences. To be charged with murder is very different to being charged with manslaughter, being charged with causing death. It's something that it's so
Where it's thought through. You have
Yeah,
to,
exactly.
To
You
be,
need to
be
have
charged
that
with
intent
murder,
there.
Yeah.
yeah, you have to
But then-
premeditate it basically.
Because he drove off, does that not
That-
up the
Yeah,
charges?
exactly. That must be murder, no?
Because
probably
that was with
is
intent.
what-
now.
Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work that
How
way.
long do you think, as a nearly lawyer, nearly? Yeah, nearly.
We're getting there, yeah.
Slowly. How long do you think he's gonna get?
But you see, every case is different.
Yeah.
You can't really.
But what's
The-
like a rough? Have you known a guy? But like, is it gonna be life? Do you think life?
Obviously,
know
it depends
that.
on the circumstance. I don't want to speculate too much. I don't know the full facts of the case, and this is why I don't like to talk too much on things I don't know everything about. But what I can say is, I think he will be there for a while, and
Good.
I think that he has or he's in the process of repenting. Hence the guilty plea. You don't plead guilty for no reason. Obviously, it's been a couple months since it happened. He's been probably going through hell in his head because at the time he's drunk. He's probably come from a night out or having a good time or whatever, and he's hit someone. Maybe it didn't register straight away, but by the time it's registered, he's hit someone. He's thinking, "Fuck, my life's done."
Was it just alcohol?
Yeah, was it just alcohol? I don't know.
Not entirely sure. I
Do
don't
you know
if it
what?
was
To be
alcohol
going
and
that
drugs or both.
fast, I'm saying probably no.
But
Because he went in the
I
air.
think a lot of people are different. Like I know people who drink drive regularly and don't speed. They might be
might have been
weaving in
on
and out of
speed.
traffic.
I think he was on speed. It makes perfect sense.
Do you know what speed is?
Oh wait, does it not make you fast?
This is
Wait,
why I
hold
love
on,
Kyra.
because
This is why I love Kyra.
I just know what speed in it. I don't know what it does to you.
Coke?
Wait, what does speed make you feel like?
I wouldn't know. I've never taken it.
So it's not fast.
It's
Because what?
there's
you
no
don't just
drug
get
that
Hot
makes
Wheels
you
on
fast.
your
What it makes you like that? Like
Nah,
like
nah,
that.
it doesn't do that. It definitely doesn't do that.
So what's it do then?
Speed is a street name.
Yeah.
For
I don't know why it's called speed. Maybe it
But
has
I'm
a
on
quick
about
reaction
back
in
in
your
the day.
body.
There was a
but
thing called whiz. Do you not know about whiz?
Nah,
Whiz and speed. It was the same thing. And you take it and you do all the housework really
Say
quickly.
weed and
it's
what?
speed and whiz.
Whiz. My mum told me she used to take whiz and clean the house. It
Oh,
makes you like that. Sorry, mum.
Damn. is all I
But no,
can say
it
to
does
that.
make you fast speed. I'm sure of it. So, can
So your
someone
mum
Google
used
it?
to take speed to clean that.
No, but this was whiz. Whiz was more like it's like
Whiz?
you see where weed's here. Yeah, it's not really. It's a drug. It's not really a drug, is it? And like whiz is there. It's like the same thing. Like you take a bit of whiz and you're just a bit fast.
But what is it though?
I don't know. It's back in the day. My mum told
If
me.
whiz is the street name, what's the actual like? What would I know it as?
It's whiz. Whiz is whiz. You
know
can't
what
get it
whiz
no
is.
more.
Whiz.
I think it's called
is
whiz.
Whiz is
I think it
whiz.
is whiz, but
We're
yeah.
gonna have to. I'm gonna have to do some research and find out about whiz.
Trust me, you'd want some.
Gonna
Not
have
that
to
I've
do
tried
that.
it, but it sounds great. It actually sounds brilliant.
Yeah, I really want to clean my house at full speed.
Yeah, it's like drinking 4 Red Bulls without the palpitations.
Well, there probably is
You probably would get
palpitation.
palpitations. Yeah.
But without them though.
Also on trending topics, P Diddy, Sean Combs.
Combs.
Times.
I don't know nothing about Sean Combs, but I know he's on Netflix.
You don't
And
know
why
who
is he
P
on-
Diddy
You don't know
is?
P Diddy?
I know P Diddy. Who's
That's
Sean?
that's P.
It's his gov, man. That's his government name. Sean Combs, whatever you want to call him.
Wait, hold on. He's Sean Combs. He's not called P Diddy.
You think he was born?
I thought it was like Patrick Demartry or something. Like P Diddy.
What do you actually mean by that? Whoa.
What?
No, but yeah. So obviously everyone knows the whole situation.
Apparently not.
What do y'all think?
I think he's fucked.
Guilty.
Well, yeah, obviously.
He's too powerful and he's got away with it. Simple as.
Yeah.
Innit?
I
He's
was.
got away
I
with it.
literally just started the documentary. I wasn't really listening. It was kind of like background music, but he was. Wasn't he? What?
I don't know. I watched the
Background music.
documentary, but I still,
Interested.
But you got questions?
I don't know. Like, it's just a lot went on,
It did. It
but not a
definitely
lot
did.
was explained.
It's the whole
I think,
going back
yeah.
to
Too much went
healing.
on.
He literally said his mum used to beat.
Yeah,
the
like, it sounds
fuck
like he had
out
a
of
very-
him.
He had
Really?
emotional scars.
Yeah,
definitely.
used
Yeah,
to beat.
definitely.
So he took it out on every other woman. He was emasculated as a child growing up. You know, he'd become this protege. You know, he's got all the light on him now, and now he doesn't know what to do because all he knows is that he's been beaten on. So I might as well do it too, kind of thing. And then,
Yeah.
but he's
Yeah.
disgusting. Same with R. Kelly, pedo. Disgusting.
Oh, ain't he gross? I watched the R. Kelly thing the other month.
Yeah, butters.
I think that in life, you have powerful people.
And you can do
And
anything
powerful
like that.
people, they will get away with almost everything.
of course.
And he
Of all the
has.
charges that P. Diddy had,
Most of them like taken
he
away
was
from him.
found not guilty of all of them
But you
other than
see-
the sex trafficking, which was like pretty clear
And
cut.
it's the one of the minor things out of
Yeah,
all of them
it
as well.
was. It was the lowest thing of all the things. Like
But
you don't
see,
get charged under
everything that was
RICO
in
for
the
no
media
reason.
Was basically his civil cases. Like,
Yeah,
Cassie was a
and there were
civil
what
case.
over? I think there was
All the other
77
ones-
at the
I'm
time.
sure there
At the
was.
time,
John
at the
McCain,
time, at the
right?
time of airing, 77 of them were still open. So
You're-
this
yeah,
documentary came
But
out
I
this
think
year.
there was like
77.
100
Over 100,
overall,
yeah.
But they were all civil cases.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't have went to jail
It would have been just
for
a lot of money.
anything proper anyways. Like, I'm not being funny.
Yeah.
Like, for everything that he's done, he only went to jail for 50 months.
He's in there now,
Exactly.
isn't it?
That's it.
50 months, including time that he's already served. So
Which
50
is
months.
like nilch
It's
to what he should have
it's
done.
very,
like 4
very,
years.
very minor compared to all the charges that were brought against him, all the things that. But what I've been saying as well, and what I've been seeing is a lot of people when I have this conversation, it's always he's guilty, he's guilty, he's guilty. What's he guilty of? P Diddy was a shitty person. However, he wasn't on trial for being a shitty person. he might be guilty of being a shitty person, or that you
See,
can bring a
it's
charge against.
difficult
But
because he was accused of sexually abusing so many people. However,
Justin Bieber,
They
weren't
do
that
not-
wild?
yeah, but they do not.
Why are you laughing at Justin Bieber being assaulted, guys? That is
No,
deep.
we're not. I'm just laughing because she's laughing, and then he's
That
like
is
laughing. And
deep.
no, okay, cool. Let me just continue
Whoa.
the conversation, which our immature asses.
Mm-hmm.
So, because he was accused of sexually abusing so many people, and very little of them had evidence,
yeah,
obviously he got away for it, or got away with it. It doesn't mean he did it,
doesn't mean he didn't either.
and it doesn't mean he didn't either.
Means there wasn't enough
However,
evidence to convict
it is
him.
also guilt. Was it innocent until proven guilty? Right.
yeah.
That's how the justice system works.
Allegedly.
You know, like I'm being very dyslexic. And we have dyslexia. But I don't know. Like to me, it doesn't mean he did it, and it doesn't mean he didn't do it. Do you know what I mean? So you don't know if he's a shit person, or a very shit person, or he's just been wrongly accused by like 100 different people.
Can one of you fill me in? I'm very confused. I know part of it.
Do you want us to fill you in on
In what?
He had all that baby oil. What for?
babe,
Balloon,
having
you know what?
baby
They
oil
did
isn't
But
a
no, not
crime?
that much, surely. I don't
They
think so.
said
what they-
in the documentary that it wasn't laced with drugs. What they found, the stuff they found was just pure baby oil.
No, so what he would do is he'd lay like plastic tarp on the floor, douse everyone in baby oil, so when they wanted to run, they couldn't because they'd be slipping and sliding everywhere.
You see that there? That
wasn't even
is
in the gag, is
that.
it?
I
That's
didn't hear,
actually
I didn't
so-
hear that in the
that's my-
Have you
documentary.
not? No, it wasn't in the.
That
I
was
haven't
in-
finished the documentary, but there was a video. I watched a video on it. It was like a news reporting. Or,
But is that allegedly, or has he said himself, yeah, I doused them in baby
no,
oil so they
it's
couldn't
allegedly
run?
because it,
It
didn't
makes
come from
sense.
his
'Cause
mouth.
why do you
It
that
was from
much?
one of his victims.
A little
from
go a long way. Do you know what I
some-
mean?
It was from one of the women that he sexually assaulted. That he
Yeah.
would. It was the one where he like smashed the remote on.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it was. It was like gang rape, and then
Yeah.
smashed the remote. That was the lady who said that he would douse her in baby oil so she couldn't run. Like she tried to get up and what the fuck is
No,
funny?
why are you
Unpack.
laughing? That is deep.
What the fuck?
No,
is
actually,
that
as
is
well.
deep.
Like the problem is,
That
I
is
feel like
deep.
he's
You know,
he's
Tom
way
and
too
Jerry.
smart because if
That's
he
deep.
did drug all these women and all these other people who he sexually assaulted and abused,
But-
they are not credible enough witness to stand up in court and say this happened to me, that happened to me,
And
But they
because
did.
they had
Yeah.
drugs in their system. But it's not really credible.
Cassie tried. Cassie went
Tried.
on, testified for
She
days, whilst
tried.
heavily pregnant as well, might I add.
She
And
tried, but it didn't make much
she-
of a
I
difference.
don't She know, said
None of it.
everything that she
Criminally,
went through.
it doesn't hold up. Which is why they all did it civilly.
I would also say in the
I know what you
UK,
mean.
in the UK, we don't have this. In America, you can take someone to court for a crime, but you're taking them to civil court. All that you will get out of it is money and potentially an apology. And I think that's in America why
That
a
don't
lot of
mean
them,
shit.
a lot of them don't really have that much credibility, because surely if you've been through something so horrible, you would press charges against criminal charges against the person.
No, but you see, the difference is, right, they couldn't put criminal charges against Diddy because by the time a lot of them wanted to come out and actually accuse him, it was
Years
20
later,
years
no
later.
evidence.
But a crime is
No
a crime.
evidence.
Of course, but there's
Of
also a
course, but
statute of limitations.
You can't. Okay, cool. You pissed me off today. 20 years later, I'm gonna come and be like, yeah, Kat
Yeah, but you
abused me
didn't-
on this podcast. There's no evidence, but she abused me. But I'm adamant she abused me.
Yeah, but there's camera recordings. There's literally video
Yeah.
footage of these parties, of these freak-offs. There's like if
But
a
if they don't
thousand
find them,
yeah,
that's
but if
that.
if 1,000 women are coming up to the front and saying,
Exactly.
yeah, I was being sexually abused, what you're telling me nothing's credible because there's no rape kit.
I wouldn't say that, but what I will say is, if one person, it all starts with one person. One person goes to take P. Diddy to court, civil court, and this is a sensational person. It was in the news. P. Diddy has just been accused of da 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 da. So many people are gonna hear this. They're gonna see, oh, he's been taken to court, civil court, money involved. Huh. Let me start. I'm not
you
saying
go to
everyone,
one of his
but I'm saying quite a few people might feel maybe slightly victimized by something he said or done, and they will exacerbate it
See,
into
I
a
hear
whole
that,
place.
but
I don't
there
know.
was a lot of them who had very specific details.
Yeah.
However,
Ugh,
when
I'd
his
hate
house got
to hear that.
raided, he knew his house was gonna get raided before it got raided.
Yeah.
So the chances of any tape or any evidence or any video footage being there by the time the police raided it is
I don't
It's
think
low,
it's,
of
I don't,
course.
I don't think it's just that. I think in terms of like what just I was saying about like one woman coming up in civil court and it being done for money. I think Sean is a famous person. He's a well protected man. He's gotten
Yeah.
a lot. He's gotten away with a lot of things over the years. So
Biggie
to
and
be the
Tupac.
yeah, that's another question I was going to ask in a second. But to be the first one to come up, not knowing the consequences, because you never know what can happen.
Yeah, it's true.
I think it gives comfort and encouragement to the other women to actually speak up and say their opinion and know that they're not alone, because one person does it, okay, that one person can, get got. But if 1,000 women, if they all just died or they all went missing, then it's like, so I think,
yeah.
but what you said, do you think that Diddy killed Tupac and Biggie?
I think, having watched the full documentary,
I don't know.
I think Diddy was definitely involved. He called the hit. And who was it? Eminem's been saying it for years.
yeah.
So
Have you
many
seen
other
that?
artists
He
have been
didn't
saying
just
it
go
for
to wear a wrap.
Yeah,
years.
wait, what song is it?
leave out
What
a
song and
peep,
what
did he?
lyric?
I,
song was
I
that?
couldn't tell you the exact song
what?
lyric, but
For what?
For
that
when Eminem,
Eminem was
said,
doing he said it in
I'm
a few songs though.
R-A-P-E-R. He didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, did he?
Yeah, that one
the
there.
one. I got
But
so many essays. Yeah.
a lot of artists have been
Banger.
doing it. So many. And I think
I
you
feel
have to be
gross.
you
This
have
is
to
a-
be just as
Ugh.
powerful to be able to say it and not have something wrong with you. Biggie and Tupac were under Diddy. When
He created
Tupac
the
became a
rivalry.
threat to Diddy and Biggie to his money, eliminated. When Biggie was becoming a bit,
Big.
eliminated. Diddy wanted to be the biggest. He didn't want to bring anybody to his level. He wanted everyone to be
But
under
if
him.
that's true,
mean by
there's
that?
no way it took that long for like anyone to clock.
But everyone's so like...
He's powerful.
There's
Like,
guys-
there's no,
of
I
course.
refuse to believe
No,
you're not
it's-
that powerful.
You
like,
are.
I refuse.
You
But
are.
with-
Look how long he's been
money-
getting away with things
But
for.
with
I know,
money
but
comes
fuck.
power, which means you can cover up whatever.
And with that power comes
But
more money.
Tupac,
Yeah,
like
for real.
two
Yeah,
pack.
babe. Yeah. Because at that point, he had already got himself affiliated with what? The Bloods.
And you know how you know he's way too powerful? Because have you seen those videos where he's like, what's one thing that you would say to yourself? And he goes, I did it. Like no one who's not well protected and knows he can get away with stuff would say anything like that, knowing that there's conspiracy theories about him offing certain people or him doing certain things to certain people. No one who isn't well protected by money, by violence, by gangs, by whatever would ever say that. Ever.
It makes me feel sick. Do you know what, Oliver? I've not even looked into it. I don't know half the shit he's done. 'Cause it actually makes me feel sick. But yeah, learn something new every day. Fuck Sean Combs. What's his name? Combs.
Sean Combs.
I
yeah.
see. I can't. I'm not even going to tell you what I thought that was. Let me not.
Whoa.
What did you think it was?
Whoa. Now we need to hear this.
What did you
When
think
I
it
saw that
was?
on Netflix, it says Sean Combs in it, black and white.
Oh no. What did you
I
think it
thought
was?
that was a boxer, and I thought it was a boxing match on Netflix.
What?
I don't know P Diddy. I know P Diddy for P Diddy, not Sean Combs. So I thought, oh shit, so he's big. He's a big boxer, isn't he? Like he's everywhere. I'm seeing all over TikTok, Sean. I'm like, Sean.
Oh my god.
I'm like, go Sean.
Girl, there's no way.
Go
Wow.
Sean.
Wait, how
Wow.
long are we doing this for?
Whoa.
Whoa, you wanna go?
No, I'm just asking.
No,
like,
we're nearly done. Don't you worry. We're nearly
yeah, I
done.
know, but like,
Everyone wants to run. We just get into it.
Nah.
what time do we start? At
Go on.
20 past, right? Oh, sorry.
Sean Combs. What a guy. What a fucking guy.
I thought you was reading that from a script then.
No, but
It was funny in my head.
before I round up, does anyone have anything that they desperately want to share?
Yes.
Anything they want to desperately talk about?
Yes.
Here's your time.
So, is it the shout out bit?
Nah, not yet. Not yet, but...
Then I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say.
Over on this side, anybody who has anything that they want to discuss, anything they want to say? Nope, absolutely perfect. In that case,
Oh, I was just thinking of something.
you have exactly 20 seconds to do a self-promo of anything you want, whether that's shouting out yourself, a business, a brand, something you're passionate about, starting over here.
So, okay, where do I start? Kyra Exler on TikTok. I make content mainly about the gym, makeup. Retired makeup artist, starting up again summer. Kai line. Yeah, again, Kyra Exler on TikTok. Doing a gym series on my TikTok page at the minute. Showed in. That's it.
All good. Yeah. Anything over this side?
My Instagram is KXTTT777.
Fucking hell, what is sorry?
Yeah, bare sevens, isn't it? Everything else was taken. That's not fair.
Oh, that's deep, though.
No, my old username used to be worse. My nail page is KN_nails with 5 blood clot S's. And yeah, that's about it, to be honest.
Lives, anything from you?
She's private.
All good. Unfortunately, that is all we have time for today. But don't you worry, this is just the beginning. New episodes are going to be dropping weekly, so make sure you stay tuned in, subscribe, follow, share, all the good stuff. Share it with someone who you think argues too much or someone you think just doesn't argue enough. Again, I want to thank all my guests for coming up, sharing their opinions, standing on business. And speaking of guests, to everyone watching or listening at home, if you've got a hot take and you're ready to defend it, or a story that you think deserves some more in the comment section, apply. Apply on the website. It's whatdoyoumeanbythat.com/apply, or just search whatdoyoumeanbythat.com and you'll see everything that you need to see. Everything there is to see about what do you mean by that? My name is Josiah, and this has been What Do You Mean By That?
What do you mean by that?
Every woman will free up for nothing for the right guy, as my boy just
I
said.
just for the right person.
Every woman
Depends on
free
who's
up for
asking.
nothing.
Saying.
That's the complaint. You're jogging 20 hours. That's the fucking complaint.
I've seen girls save man's names as cab, food,
Cab food.
cab and food.
What do you mean?
Putting your piece inside
What do you
her.
parties? Bro, she carries it for 9 months and you putting your piece inside her and letting a little semen off is equivalent.